Horton's our buddy. This guy's going to be a big radio star, if not a TV star. Communications director for Reclaim New York. It's a nonpartisan, nonprofit organization dedicated to advancing a statewide grassroots conversation about the future of New York. Jaden, good to see you, my brother.
Good to see you, Joe.
I keep forgetting, and we're going to talk about all the things that are affecting us in New York. New York. Did you tell me you played football?
No, I didn't. I should have.
Yeah,
I should have.
Look at the size of you, man.
I know.
You could take someone out, my brother.
I know.
What did you? No sports at all?
No, I swam.
Yeah, that's what you told me. Swim.
Butterfly.
Yeah, with 2 strokes and the whole thing. Boom. That's it. Huh? Right.
Well, I have flippers. I have size 15 shoes. So, I can just go right through the water. I don't even have to work hard.
How did you find the great Liberty University? How did you find that great school down there when you went down there?
So, I always knew that I wanted to do politics, and their program is incredible.
Yeah.
And so when I was looking at doing schools, I wanted to get to D.C., and I chose a school that got me to D.C.
Yeah.
The moment I graduated, I was able to go up, secure a job, and, no regrets. It's incredible.
That's a great school.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Absolutely.
We had the best time down there. And then, I went down there, and when I did the convocation, with Jerry and President Falwell and everybody. It was great. So they got me a little box that said Joe Piscopo on it. It was like a gift thing.
Yeah.
How nice was that? So I opened the gift box. So you know what it was? It was M&Ms. So I'm like, I like chocolate, so I go, wow, okay. Now, I didn't realize it because my eyes are getting red. They actually put Joe Piscopo on the M&Ms. They put
Shut up. See, they know how to treat you right. Look at those details.
I didn't know until yesterday.
The details, right?
The other day, I said my son Mikey goes, that's great to put the name on. I said they did in my eyes, my Magoo reading eyes. I didn't have my glasses on. I'm going, that was so classy.
Was it like really, really tiny font?
Yeah. Well,
like
yeah.
Real tiny?
No, I'm just getting blind, but God forbid. No, God forbid. No, when you get older, I said that was so nice. And David Nasser down there, the pastor, just did a great
incredible
job. So tell us what's going on. We're wrapping up this legislative session in Albany.
Yeah, we got 11 days left.
I'm afraid to ask. How's everything going, man?
Look, not so good.
Yeah.
So main things that the governor's really pushing is rent control and rent regulation. And this is something we've been talking about at Reclaim, something I personally have been talking a lot about. And essentially what it would do is we have New York state government saying that landlords are going to lose the ability to raise rent after they do capital improvements, after they invest in their buildings. So essentially, we have New York state government saying, and just listen to the hypocrisy here. The state government saying, oh, forget NYCHA, forget that crappy housing you have in New York, that we have 400,000 New Yorkers living in third world countries. We're going to come in and tell landlords who give an absolute care actually about their buildings and tell them they're not allowed to improve things. They're not allowed to make the rent return their investment.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but the government gets involved like that into a private business like that. And now we have this one-party government in New York, and I'm sure there's some taxpayers got to be worried about that. What is your biggest fear with what's going on? Well, because I'm looking now, we've lost New York State. We've lost it. We're losing New Jersey. We've lost California. Jaden, look, you're a young guy. Look what happened in California. What is going on in California, in San Francisco, with the homeless? In Los Angeles. And then Gavin Newsom, the governor, help me out here, man. He's got he blames Donald Trump for everything. These people have no idea how to. And now, to your point, you have the government stepping in now to the private sector, dictating. This is socialism. Look at Venezuela. Well, how do you smack these politicians upside the head and go, come back to reality, man?
Yeah, they can't see the connection of their policies to the consequences. They always want to blame someone else.
Yeah.
It is so easy to demonize people that want to make money.
Yeah.
It is really easy. It is a lot harder to say and look in the mirror and say our government policies are causing this problem. We are throwing more money at homelessness in this country now than ever before, and yet we have a homelessness problem large, nationwide, mostly in states that are governed by our new socialists. How freaking ironic. Yeah. We have government housing in New York, and yet we can't find the ability to give the homeless homes. Well, maybe if we stop disincentivizing charity, maybe if we stop demonizing rich people, the people who built our libraries nationwide, the people who built our museums, the people who invested in our culture, and instead say, hey, Charity is a good thing. Being rich isn't bad. When you're rich, you can give back because that's what people want to do.
Yeah, it's true.
No one wants to give money to the government. That's not a charity.
And
They
so-
spend it.
But don't you think it's a distraction when Gerald Nadler, this is Gerald Nadler's district here, and you're right, and you walk by the homeless and you see the poor folks on the street and you want to help them, you don't know what to do, and they're constant, and they're the same people. You think somebody would come and say, "Come with me. There's a place we can go to." Gerald Nadler's going after the president, and they've got this whole take down President Trump agenda when he should be here. I mean, they're taking their, I don't know how his constituents, Nadler's constituents, or the people that vote, now Democratic, just go along with this terribly progressive agenda.
Well, because, I mean, the base is there too. The base rabidly hates the president, and all they care about, all they're fixated on is taking down the president.
Yeah.
They don't care about the issues that
So
everyday
sad.
Americans face, especially their constituents.
Yeah.
And especially when we're talking about these urban Democrats, look, their constituents are overwhelmingly rich. So they really, really, really don't care. Because these people that are homeless, they don't vote. They're not a part of the process.
Yeah.
The people that live in the outer boroughs, the participation rate in elections out there is down to 10%. 10%.
Yeah. Hey,
So, the solution is we have to have people wake up and say, look, our politicians need to be solving problems for us, not making it harder for everyone under the guise of central planning.
yeah. It's so true. What were you doing in New Orleans? You were down in New Orleans?
Yeah, so I took
Great
my
town, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I took my wife down for like a 3-day weekend,
Oh,
and I'd never been.
Yeah.
So I wanted to try the food, and
French Quarter?
Oh yeah, French Quarter, and gained about 7 pounds.
I have to tell you, they do a great job. The crime in that in some of that area is just terrible.
There were 2 shootings
Gee
on
whiz.
Bourbon Street.
Yeah, just like when you were there.
Yeah, when I was there.
I know, you don't think about it, and we love New Orleans. It's great. I've been there. I have dear friends down there, but it's true. And in Patterson, New Jersey, too. How would you, as a young guy, man, and when someone's young like yourself, or I see Madison Gesiotto comes in, or Kayleigh McEnany comes in, the young, conservatives really that come in and understand. I don't even know if you're conservative. You're a common sense guy. How do you get to the generation to say, do you see what's happening? When I see shootings in Patterson, New Jersey over the weekend, and they're not bringing manufacturing like I've been railing about on the radio for years to Patterson, New Jersey. They don't care. They'll go after the president. They will skirt the issue. Al said it. The governor's going to give us $125 back on a millionaire's tax. Go and rebuild that community, that glorious community that was Patterson, New Jersey. Why doesn't the young, the AOCs of the world see this? That's right in front of their face.
Look, 1, they're indoctrinated, from schools. 2, they listen to their own echo chamber. All right, they read media that is incredibly left leaning.
Yeah.
They talk to other people in this safe environment where no one's challenging ideas. You know what I do? I go and I find people who likely will disagree with me, and then I try to figure out what it is they actually believe. Because when you get down to it, you find out that what they actually believe is a lot different than the talking points that they spout. People always talk about that they believe that rent control and rent regulation sounds good until you tell them that drives up the cost and lowers the ability for them to get an apartment. And they go, draw that connection.
Yeah.
So I make that connection for them. And they go, oh my gosh, I'm not actually for this.
And then I got so much to talk to you about before we let you go. What's going on in New York? What's with the rat problems? Rats are worse than ever. The mayor takes off. If I was running for president, I would take care of the problem at home first. Did you see the rat on the pole? Matt Conklin tweeted it out. I said, please don't tweet that out. That was disgusting. There was a rat in the subway dancing on the pole. There was a rat pole dancing in a subway. Only in New York, New York.
Only in New York.
Is that cities everywhere, I guess, though, huh?
Look, California's following our lead. Apparently, they have a rat problem in City Hall in LA.
Right. I saw that.
Yeah, I mean, utterly ridiculous. This is a consequence of government policies that aren't focusing on actually doing what they're supposed to be doing for their citizens.
Yeah.
And instead of focusing on whether it's these $750 million mental health initiatives, whether it's shoveling money into, green projects, or, enforcing developers to improve their buildings, the cities are not taking their job seriously, which is basic maintenance and basic cleaning.
Yeah.
Because if we're going to have a city and it's going to be involved in every part of our life, the most basic thing you should do is make the city livable, right?
Yeah.
livable.
It's so true. Hey, Jaden, keep the fight, man. You're a young guy, and you're making a lot of sense. Are you getting across to other young folks? Maybe
Yeah.
we don't see it. Maybe we don't hear about it. And we have a lot of them on the show, but you're getting across to folks your own age that they understand, and maybe this is not the way to go. My dream is in the future that they see it, that they awaken, because otherwise we're going to end up like Venezuela, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. And, that's why you got to keep pounding it, because otherwise, people aren't going to listen.
What did Frank say? What sleep machine did you try? What did you try? The sound machine, you mean? Is that what you did?
Yeah. So you showed me the app. So I do like on Spotify.
on.
Yeah,
Am I
no, I
right?
just put on Ocean and Storms.
It works good.
It works great.
I can't sleep without it, but it drives people crazy if I'm with somebody. They don't like to listen to that though.
Yeah, my
Ocean-
wife doesn't like it, but I mean, it's better. It's better than like the trash sounds. At,
Yeah,
like, 2
the
a.m.
garbage
on the street.
Yeah, I know. I was one of those garbage guys banging it. We used to enjoy doing that.
You're
I
one of the people
enjoyed
keeping me up.
It was great because if I'm up, everybody's up. That's the attitude of a good garbage man.
Yeah, and it's a real public service.
Yeah,
it's a real public service.
You-
Clean up our streets.
You're absolutely right, Jaden. Good to see you, my friend.
Absolutely.
Come
Thank you,
back
Joe.
anytime. Jaden, right there. Jaden Horyn, right there from Reclaim New York. Joe on the radio.